All right, I was showing you guys in the last video all my rigging with this, and it's in there, but for some reason it's bottoming out on the taper itself at the bottom, and that's just up in there as far as it'll go. But it is snug and doesn't seem to be running out, at least not near as much as the my other drill chuck. So I'm trying this combo out. I'm running at about, let's see, 535 RPMs, which is too slow for a 3/8 drill and too fast for a tap, but it's kind of a happy medium and it seems to be working. I've done 2 so far. I just thought I'd show you one here. So this is my process, just throwing that in there. And I've taken all these over on the belt sander and knocked off the dross. What little bit was on there came off really quickly. And then a little bit of rapid tap. And then just all right, you see that's going pretty well there. I'll back it away and just kind of show you the overall operation. So I got 2 boxes just to finish one, and I know I got a mess in here, guys. This is not how I normally work, but it's what I'm doing today. Make sure you can see the top of the mill. No. So grab one, stick it in. Push it up against the stop, a little bit of rapid tap. Well, I've done, I don't know, 4 or 5 on camera, and I've done 3 or 4 before, and so got 100 of them to do. And yeah, I mean, it seems like once I get that done, the only other op left is to come back and chamfer both sides, because where it pushes through the back, because it's turning so slow, it pushes up a little bit of a burr there, but nothing major. Let me grab a screw, a 3/8 bolt. We'll test it real quick. So 3/8 bolt here, and I haven't even blown the threads out or anything, but you can see it goes in there. It's hitting the burr a little bit on the back side. You can kind of feel it a little bit, but it's going in with ease, so there's no need to clean up. Sometimes when you tap a new hole, you know, you'll need to run the tap through it maybe 1 or 2 times. But that's going in pretty smooth. I like it. We'll see how it does, if it can do all 100. I'll bring you back at the end here. Well, after that many, I don't know, 10 or 12 or 15, I broke this. It was my fault. What I did was, you know, I didn't tighten the vice jaws up. I was just getting in a hurry, and I was unloosening, you know, and tightening it back as I was changing them out. Well, I didn't tighten it. I just set it in there, and when I got ready to drill and tap, it flipped the parallel over and put pressure on one side and caused it to wedge itself in there and broke it. So I'll be able to get that out pretty easily. Just chuck that up in a vise and get it out, and it actually may be tapped in there far enough to screw out easily. I don't know. So the last several hours I've been over here trying to get set up where I could do this and use this, because I think this really is the better way to go, because oh, I was gonna grab this. I just made this little piece, so I had to come up with a few different things. One was just plug welded this on the bottom side, and it's a 1/2 inch piece of 1018 cold rolled rod. So what that's going to do is go here and be our rod for that, and I'll just makeshift here. I don't have, I think these are 13 millimeter or something, or 15 millimeter. I don't really know what they are. They're metric. So just to secure this, we'll tighten that down with a T-nut. And so now we got our rod set up that holds this the lever bar in place. I was going to use this right here, and it was all gummed up and nasty looking. So I don't know why this thing is not focusing too well. So, and it was 5/16. It looked like it had threads in it, but I wasn't sure, so I went ahead and just drilled it out. And I think it's actually just a counter bore for another bolt that's inside there. So I decided not to use that. I thought it would just be cleaner and out of the way to have it down here, and that'll work just as good. And then here's what I did. These vice jaws I've had since I've owned the vice, since I bought the little Grizzly mill. Man, why is it so out of focus? That's better. Let me put you in the tripod. All right, so I went ahead and milled a slot to basically incorporate some 1/4 inch parallels in here, and that way I don't have to screw with the parallels always falling over and stuff getting under them and all that. And then I drilled and tapped 2 holes in the top of it here. Again, these parallels I bought for like 20 bucks, and they're soft jaws. I'm sorry, the jaws, not the parallels. And they're sacrificial, you know. Those of you that don't know about milling machines and milling, you know, it's pretty common to make any kind of fixture you want out of the jaws, the soft jaws, aluminum jaws. So I drilled and tapped a couple of spots and put tabs in there, and I've got this set where the vice jaws are loose. You can see that's moving, and there's a little bit of clearance upward as well. So these are all plasma cut, and they're a little bit different. The edges, some of them are irregular. The hole is not, you know, always perfectly in the center, because, well, they're not perfectly square. You know, they're off a little bit here and there. Just kerf width and various things. I cut 2 different batches of them, and I did it with 2 different programs, you know, trying to maximize the use of the steel with the nesting and all that. And that's so anyway, I think this, you know, because this tapping head has got a, you know, it's loose in there, you know, and it's got some wiggle ability to it to kind of self-align and self-center, and take the stress off the tap and not put it in a bind where you'll end up breaking it. So Weld It Fab1, I believe, God, I think that's his channel name, Nick De La Fuente. sent me this tapping head, and so I really appreciated him doing that, and it was definitely appreciated. I've not used it yet, so you guys are going to see me use it here for the first time, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let me go get my glasses on. I don't know where I laid them, and we'll come back and give it a try. Burr on it right there. You can see these are already drilled and chamfered, so ready to go. See, it's doing a nice job of self-aligning and everything, so I don't have to change anything, just pop them in and out. Yeah, some slight differences in the thickness. There we go. Just, when you pull up on it, it just reverses itself and comes back out. See if I can get you a different angle and do another one. All right, well, it's Friday afternoon. It's almost 5 o'clock, and between, yeah, I still got to go through all those, but you see how fast that's going now that I'm all set up. This should go really quickly, but, you know, I've still got quite a bit of time into it, not including all of the just screwing around. I'm glad to have this drill chuck in there, and that running true, so that's pretty sweet. And but you can see I got a big mess in here. So tomorrow, Saturday, I've got several things that I need to ship out. I've got these going to Four Fields Furniture, and I'll have those finished up tonight, and those brackets to David, plus his big marine sign, the 2 Harley Davidson sign to Rooster. Oh, the flags to Hal and Al. Al's is going to an event that doesn't need to be there until the 15th, so I'm not going to ship it yet. I'm going to ship it on the 13th, which will be one day next week, I think. But Hal's, I can go ahead and ship it out. But I had an idea for somebody else's project, and I wanted to use one of these to kind of mock it up because I don't have any extras made. Oh, and I got these, you know, I don't know, I think Mother's Day, my mom passed away a few years ago, so I don't track it quite as much as I used to, but I made these for some family members, and they're door signs. You see their last name on there, and Miller with an M and Bowen with a B. That's my grandmother and my aunt, and did some few little candy green and pink and purple on there, just some accents. Those are pretty cool. But I think, I don't know if so, you know, I should have got on this in advance to try to come up with stuff for Mother's Day, but I got a big one of those Miller ones that I'm got in high bill primer because the mill scale on it was in really bad shape and had a lot of deep pits, and I wanted to put a nice paint job on this. Hot rolled, you know, 1/8 plate, lots of gashes and mill scale. So, and it's not going to be candy. It's just going to be teal metallic base coat, clear coat. So, letting that bake in the sun for a few days so we don't get any shrinkage, or minimize the amount of shrinkage. All right, guys. Let me go get this stuff done, and I am desperately in need of cleaning up out here. It's just out of control. When I get in a hurry, I just sling crap in the floor and sandpaper and tape and grinder disc and Scotch-Brite and, you know, whatever. You guys have a good one. Oh, and Nick, Weld at Fab1, man. I don't know what to say. I can't thank you enough for hooking me up with this tapping head. This is a game changer for me. And, you know, and I was looking at spending a few $1,000s on a tapping arm, and I'm sure it's better, but this works. You guys see how quick that's working. So, and that tap should last a long time. That's a high quality tap. And with all the play that it's got in it and the self alignment, it should never be in a bind. So, all right, guys, thanks. See you.